Thank you. Okay, it's time for game number 3. Anuzarg versus zrq. Epic ZVT of the century. In the bottom left of the map here on Overgrowth Ladder Edition, it is our Terran player who took the second game to bring himself back into the series. It is zrq. In the top right of the map, we have his opponent who took the first map, getting an advantage that has now been reduced to a tie. It is our purple player, Anuzarg G3. Overgrowth is tiny. That's the first thing you need to know about it. This map is structured similarly to Cloud Kingdom. Expansion here, one down here, a couple in the middle, and your opponent is similarly structured with a flip. Otherwise, the more important aspects of this, of course, are the artistic ones. You can see that this is clearly a Protoss ship, and this is clearly the Xeris environment. So one can only imagine that this was a Protoss ship, or pieces of a Protoss ship, that somehow crash-landed onto Xeris, or perhaps this is a base that they tried to build there. Regardless, shiny gold plus green. That is the map that you are looking at. Anyway, zrq has moved out a SCV into a suspicious position, and it is in fact a proxy Rex. So it looks like this is more than likely going to be our shortest game here tonight. You can see that there's a most conspicuous lack of a barracks here at the front of the base, something that Anuzarg should very quickly identify as this Overlord makes it over here. Unfortunately, he's not drone scouting, so he's not going to pick up on this as quickly as he would like. Now, we know that zrq is not accustomed to this style of play, so it is very likely he doesn't know about how many Marines he should make, when he should put down the bunker, basically all the little details that come with having practiced the cheese a number of times. So if he stumbles in the right way to do it, fantastic. If not, that'll be unfortunate. SCV showed up on time, says Anuzarg. He scouts down here, and he's saying he was getting worried. Unfortunately, this SCV is running straight back to the barracks. Why? Oh, zrq. Oh, and zrq gives away the plan. There's a proxy barracks right there. I don't know if Anuzarg actually saw it. Just for once, we flip to the we flip to the Anuzarg cam, and yeah, he's definitely seen that. Okay, I was gonna hit the Anuzarg cam and hope we could see him seeing this up here. So he's he was worried because he didn't see the SCV. Now he's seen the proxy barracks, and he's sad face. Bad things are coming. What's Iraq's doing there? Says Anuzarg, highlighting the fact that it is in fact up there. Unfortunately, there's still no wall off down here, so a couple lings running down here could actually cause chaos for a Terran player. Doesn't look like Anuzarg's going to be thinking about that, though, as he's rushed up to a Rorschwarn and he's building a spine crawler. First bunker has been placed at the edge of the base. There is no natural here for our Zerg player. And he's going to be able to reduce this down. He does need to pull some workers to try and do something about this. If he actually lets that bunker come up, Anuzarg is going to be in an incredibly difficult place. So close, nothing. The Rax is doing nothing. Okay, here come the workers, but unfortunately this is probably going to be a little too late, though. No, he needs to... He surrounds the Marines and drives them back without any of them getting into the bunker, unfortunately meaning this push has died. Anuzarg has held. He's even canceling the other spine crawler at this point. I can't really blame him. It looks as if zrq is going to fall back a little bit here. Hope he can amass some units. Oh, but he's losing another Marine for free. Deal with the counter push. 3 SCVs running across the map. Another one running forward. Oh, it's a massacre. And unfortunately, we see that a little reminder of something, that no matter how easy, or apparently easy, a strategy may seem to be to pull off, you still got to practice it a little bit, or it's actually almost impossible to do correctly. Anyway, it looks like zrq is just going to float back to his base and try and hold on. If he can manage to do this, he's not too far behind, just because this opponent actually hasn't grabbed a natural. Unfortunately, there are 3... There's a 4th roach moving across the map, and he really has no response to this at all. There's no barracks here. He can try to mass repair against this, but if Anuzarg's paying attention, he'll just retarget onto the workers, force them to back off. And as you can see here, this is going to be pretty tricky as far as holds are concerned. Should start producing Marines as fast as he possibly can, though. It looks like he's focusing too hard on keeping the keeping the buildings up. He's going to lose this supply depot on the right, though. And as soon as that goes down, those roaches are going to march straight in and go after the workers. Or Anuzarg isn't going to pay attention. And he's going to be able to wall it off with the barracks! Does it happen? It does! But he's working on the other supply depot, and I don't think that's actually a flush wall off. There might be a little bit of a hole right there. In any case, a Marine has come out. He's trying to repair against the supply depot. Anuzarg picks up what's going on. He kills the other supply depot, and now ZRQ is badly supply blocked. Needs to drop supply, but he can't because there isn't actually any supply depots at all. Yeah, he's dead, guys. He's dead. He's dead, Jim. GG.